Hi, the Ko-fi campaign is still on, trying to upgrade my iPad. It's the old IS9, and I use the iPad for all my videoing of the games and when I'm out and about at shows and different events. I'm trying to get a new one, so any person, anybody, subscriber or anyone who likes to throw in the price of a coffee would be most welcome and thanked volubly. So if you can, and if you would like to, follow the links to Ko-fi and lob a coffee. Thank you very much. Now, let's get on with the game. Greetings from the eccentric man, and tonight it's Rebels and Patriots. And we're down at the Lost Ark Games again, playing with John and Steve. And we've got our Union battle for the farm. John's got his Union troops over on that side. 24 points.
24 points.
And Steve's got his Union troops over here, 24 points. Yep. I'm running my British for the first time, 24 points. And I've got Confederates of 24 points on the far side. We've got different character traits, and John's... did you have strategist as well?
My strategist as well.
Yeah, John's got strategist, so he was able to move up 6 points of troops to the front. And Steve also rolled that in one of the games for his officer. So he moved up 2 units for 6 points. And the British moved up 1 unit for 6 points. So we've moved the skirmishers up to the fence, and we got a face-off of skirmishers in front of them. So it's going to go first turn, and the first turn activation is for John. So end of the first sort of turn phase for the Confederates. They've pushed up. Skirmishers were out of range to shoot. Cannon failed to fire, which was a bonus for me. And the Confederates have moved up.
No, the Union.
Union. Get it in your head, Ken. Union. Good stuff. It's going to be one of those nights. And the Union have pushed forward on this flank over here, and the cavalry, they are skirmish cavalry, have come up on this side. Risky with the Redcoats on that corner. But, we're going to see what the British and the Confederates can do. We'll get it there. So, activation time for the British and Confederates. In true Grenadier Guards fashion, they are going to be fashionably late, and they didn't pass their activation test, and the green troops next to them didn't either. So that cheered them up. This unit over here decided to take a pot shot at the cavalry, killed one, but the cavalry didn't take a disorder. They passed their test, which was quite useful. Steve realised he had forgotten to activate his skirmishers, so that's a bonus for me. Over this side, the rifles took a shot at the skirmishers, but didn't get enough hits, so nothing happened there. Moved up the British to take the lead. Advanced up the 2 Confederate units to start to look at what I'm going to do over there, and fired the cannon. That was at the closest skirmish troop over there, and that killed 2. And John rolled a 10 for his leadership test, which was very good. And that prevented them taking any disorder, which was disappointing. Hopped over the fence with these ones to try perhaps use the road, and move these ones up on the flank to face off against the Zouaves. So, a little bit of casualties caused on the Union side. So, early days. Cavalry have moved on up on the flank over here, took a shot, and killed one of the British, and sadly I failed my leadership test, so they've got a disorder. Double activation for this unit here. The guy Steve rolled a double 6, so they've hopped forward very quick. So double move there. Skirmishers have come over the fence, but were out of range to shoot, which was quite good. And the other 2 units moving up. That one just failed to get up to the fence, so that was not good for Steve, but a bit of a bonus for me. Cannon over there. What did the cannon do?
Took one of your skirmishers out.
Oh yeah, cannon took out one of the skirmishers, and I failed the leadership test for them, and took a disorder marker. And over here, another failed leadership test for a casualty, so a disorder marker. But was more lucky on this side. They didn't take any hits from the infantry. What was amusing, not for John, his unit of Zouaves over there fired on himself.
A normal double 1?
A normal double 1 for John, yeah. He needs those dice. And he shot one of his men, but he did pass the leadership test for it, so that was good. So going to move into the Confederate British turn now. Definitely a case of mixed fortunes on this side. This over here, I've pulled back because of the cavalry and the units pushing up. The militia fired, and I think took a skirmisher out, didn't they? Yeah, and took one skirmisher out, but Steve passed his leadership test, that was good. The guards have woken up and they've advanced up to the fence. The rifles decided to not do anything, so they've just stopped, still got their disorder. I rallied the unit here, because I want them to do something next turn. Good old cannon fired, and did take out 2 men?
2 skirmishers, yeah.
2 skirmishers, so that was good, but John passed his leadership test. Over here, the commander's unit fired and took out the skirmishers that were behind, put another disorder marker on it, and then John failed his test. Because they went down below 3, they got a permanent disorder marker, and then he got an extra disorder marker, so that was 3, and then they rout.
Yeah, got an extra 2.
Yeah. So they were gone. And fortunately, John moved these into close order last time, and that gave them a +1 discipline, because he needed that, because otherwise they would have gone. They would have retreated back.
No,
They would have got disorder.
disorders.
They would have got disorder test. So he was lucky with that. And I peppered them with the unit down here. And we killed 2, didn't we?
Yeah.
But you've passed your leadership test.
Yeah.
So there is a distinct pattern going on here. I failed my leadership test. John and Steve passed theirs. But it'll swing. I'm sure it'll swing. So into turn 3.
You always get the British Legion.
Some harsh firing from the Unions on this side. Taking some shots from the cavalry, the unit behind the fence, and the skirmishers up the road. I've lost 3 men. I'm now down to 7. If I lose 1 more, I get permanent disorder. So they are teetering on the edge. Fortunately, the militia didn't get any casualties. However, the guards have taken a few. So what have we got left of the guards? 4, 8, 9. So yeah, 3 guardsmen have gone. Can't remember what's happened to these. Did you shoot? You did shoot them, didn't you?
Got hit by
Yeah, skirmishers got hit.
skirmishers.
Lost 1 man, another man. So, but passed the leadership test. Firing anywhere else? No, I think we're all fairly safe, aren't we, over here? Apart from over here, the Zouaves took a shot at the Confederates over here and killed 2, and I got a disorder marker. So you can tell that was another leadership test failed. So we're on fire. However, I did roll 6 followed by 6 for seeing whether my officer had been hit, and then for the morale for the guards. But sadly, it wasn't activation phase. So let's see what the Confederates and the British can do in reply. A quick turn for the Confederates and the British. Did a bit of rallying, so got rid of their disorder. This unit on the road decided they weren't going to go anywhere, failed their activation, so I've hopped over the general's unit, so he's gone over the fence. Cannon fired, but the Zouaves were just out of range. I haven't done anything with that unit there, John.
What unit? Wait.
The one by the house.
Didn't you rally them?
No.
Okay.
Go
back to that then.
I don't think they're going to be able to shoot very much. Because, yeah. Right, we'll see if we can advance them. That's a 1
That's fine.
and a 5 or 6. Yep, so we can move up. Just a little. Probably block off my cannon still. So we'll move them up a little bit. So they've advanced in with the riflemen up there. The guards rallied, got rid of their disorder. The riflemen failed their leadership test to move. and we've taken off the disorder by rallying for this unit on the road. They might last just one more turn, but I'm not hopeful. This flank is not looking very secure. This flank's a little bit better if I could start moving. Union side, what do you reckon, John, for your position?
Yeah, I think we're fine.
You think you're pretty fine there, aren't you?
Yeah, we're good.
I reckon you're pretty fine there. Not done much damage at all to you. Lots of failed activation tests for me is the problem.
Did we get a double 6 and a 6?
Yeah.
I'll get an extra unit.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Get an extra unit would be fine, wouldn't it? All right. Yeah, that would just fill that gap. Yep. Right. Let's go into turn whatever it is, 4 or 5.
4, I think.
Could be 5.
Okay.
Well, we think it's turn 4, don't we? And my unit on the road have gone. They went down to permanent disorder, took another casualty, and I rolled very poorly for them, and they routed. However, more success. The green unit passed their leadership test, and so did the guards. So they stood firm. But the Union are pushing along over this side, so things are looking a little bit dodgy. Took a casualty on the guards from the cannon, but passed their leadership this turn, so that was a bonus. Over on here, the skirmishers have luckily survived, and we've not taken very many casualties. We took one off this side and managed to pass its leadership test. John is trying to get that Zouave unit back into command radius. That's going to take a little bit of time. So I was fairly safe on this flank, but we've got to get moving up there to put some pressure on them. So into Confederates 4. A bit of success on the Confederate right. The British green unit has forced the skirmishers to retire, so that was good. A bonus that the cavalry failed to activate, but the Union are massed on this side. Guards unit just keeping sentinel at the fence, and we finally managed to get the rifle team to hop over the fence and take a shot at the skirmishers. Sadly, didn't do enough damage. I'm on 3 dice for being disordered. I only got 2. I needed 3 to 3 hits. But there we go. And I've moved up the British line onto the fence line. Confederate unit here fired at the Zouaves and managed to kill one. But John passed his leadership test. I decided, better case of valour, that gun had a good clear route down the road, so I hopped the officer over with his unit, so he's a little bit safer from the gun, and got this unit to move again, so they've hopped over the road, so they're not going to get peppered by that gun, and then moved this unit up, trying to put a bit of pressure on, but I think it's possibly a bit too late on that side, and I'm not sure what we're going to do on this right flank, because that's looking a little bit dicey, particularly when I've got a green unit on the flank now. There are some times when you play games that you despair. So John fired at my unit with his Zouaves and caused a casualty, so I rolled to see if it's a leader, and a double 1 means it is a leader. So the leader gets removed from the command. Leadership test?
You do a leadership test for the casualty, but because you've also got to take a leadership test now for all your units in your army.
Yes.
Because you lost a general.
Yes.
You can't take more than 1 test, so you plus 1, so you've now got -2 rather than...
-2 on that unit there.
Yeah.
Right, that's good for us then. So let's get on to doing some dice rolling.
They've either got to be wiped out or...
The Canadian militia are now taking a bit of pressure from the Union. 1 unit has moved up, the cavalry took a shot, and the unit at the top of the road behind the fence took a shot and killed 1, but we've passed the leadership test, which is good. The Union troops have rallied the skirmishers, so they've got rid of their 1 disorder, but they've got that 1 permanent disorder marker. The guards took another casualty, but passed their leadership test. Oh, a bit of shake there, but they passed their leadership test. So the skirmishers failed to do any damage to the rifle, so that was good. And fortunately, as you saw, we passed the test for our leader being killed, with the exception of the artillery piece, who got one disorder marker. So yeah, looking a little bit not quite so rosy on the left side now that I haven't got an officer. So let's move into the the Confederate British turn. Fortunately now, the enemy was in 12 of my shock troops of the Grenadiers, and they've taken a shot, killed 2 of the Unions, but they passed their leadership test. I've now gone on to take a shot with my green troops, so I've rolled double 1 for activation. So isn't that just the way?
Let's have the chart now for 1.
So here goes the dice. 5.
1 disorder marker.
Charge.
No.
That's a shame.
Double 1. Sorry, you get and you get disorder marker.
Disorder marker. Marvellous. Well, very interesting. Very interesting. I thought I would charge the Union behind the fence, and obviously my little riflemen are not very happy with this. So I've rolled another double 1 for my activation to charge roll. So let's see what we get this time. 6.
Brown trousers.
Oh no!
You lose an honour, don't you, if I remember rightly?
Officer.
Yeah, you lose 1 honour from the total score at the end.
Minus 1 honour for the total score. Yep, good stuff then. Good stuff. Well done, Queen's Rifles. Wow, that was an interesting turn with the double 1s. So on the left, we are still okay, despite losing the officer. We're pushing forward with the colours. So putting a bit of trouble on that Zouave unit. They've now got a disorder marker because I managed to get another casualty on them, and John failed his leadership test for the casualty, so that's good. I've rallied the gun, so we should be able to do a bit of firing. The unit next to it has moved up, so they're going to be in action next turn. And this unit in the middle fired, but no, they didn't, did they? They failed their leadership test, but on a 3, so that was really good. Not a double 1. So yeah, not looking so rosy for the Confederates and the British on this side. I think that green unit is going to take a bit of a hammering this turn around. So, moving into turn 6, I think it is, for the Union.
As far as I know it is, yeah.
Yeah. We think it's turn 6. We'll work it out at some stage. So, what's happened? John is strategically retiring the Zouaves on that side. He doesn't want to give me any chance of killing him. The gun, yeah, rolled a double 1 for its activity. Its activation phase, and it's going to be inactive because he rolled double 1, and it was they've run out of ammunition, or there's a shortage of ammunition.
Yeah, so I get -1 now on shooting.
-1 now on shooting, which is good. What a bonus for this unit here. It failed its test, the skirmishers, and they didn't move, so that caused John a little bit of a problem. Yep, so that was good. The unit fired. Who did they fire at, John?
Unit in front.
Unit at front. I did lose one, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And passed the test, so that was a bonus. We're okay there. Moving across. This is getting harrowing. With the shooting that was going on, fortunately some failed to hit. However, they have gone down to permanent disorder now, and there's only 5 of them left. And the officer nearly nearly lost another officer, but he's still there. And over here, the green unit are not liking what's going on, and they've retired 3 inches, which is hardly surprising with the cavalry to their flank and the unit progressing up. So that is reflecting life. So yeah, let's see what the British can pull out of the bag now that their back's against the wall. Is that enough jingoism? Good, excellent. So let's see what the Confederates, they need to rush forward and kill the Union over there. Yes, alright, that's a long way to go. Okay then, let's see if we can do something with the Queen's Rifles. I don't think the British have quite got the hang of fighting in North America at the moment. We had to rally the unit of militia. They had 2 disorder markers, so they had to rally. So they've rallied. The guards took a shot at the Union on the road, but I didn't get enough hits, which was a shame. The unit in the middle, can't remember what they did.
Took the skirmishes out.
Well,
Took the skirmishers out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, this unit here took the skirmishers out, which was quite good. It made them go backwards, and they couldn't get through the troops behind them. So that was the loss of two men, and that was them gone. And the Confederates over here took a shot at the Zouaves at the fence, and John rolled a nice double one for his morale. So they got 2 disorder markers and retreated, which was fortunate for him, really, because the cannon down here is now just 2 inches out of range, which was a bit of a shame. But there we go. That's not so bad. But the 3 Confederate units on the flank have advanced. Toot sweet. So really putting the pressure on the left-hand side at the end of turn 6. So yeah, not looking bad over on this left-hand side. And the guards will keep the right-hand side. They'll be okay, we think. End of turn 7 for the Union, and I'm pleased to say that the cannon failed to fire for the 3rd turn, which is good news for me. And pretty good news over here, because the 2 units fired at the guards. I did lose another man, but the guards are holding up well. They're keeping going. The 2 units here, the cavalry and the Union troops behind the fence, fired at the militia and did enough to kill 1 and put 2 disorder. And they had to go backwards. That was done by the 1st Union unit, and fortunately the cavalrymen failed to hit, which was a bonus. So let's have a look elsewhere. The Union unit there fired for the first time and put 1 casualty on the British line at the front, and we passed the leadership test, so that was okay. All good here, and all good over here. No disorder. So things are going to look good for the... Oh yeah, John just reminded me. His unit of Zouaves failed their leadership test to rally. So they've gone back another 3 inches. So that was good.
So the general.
Yeah, he's trying to point them the way that he wants them to go, but they don't want to. They can see the writing on the wall, and it's not looking good. So yeah, we've got a chance to do something in this turn 7. Things are getting a little bit shaky on this right hand side, on the right hand flank. The militia failed their rally test and have gone backwards, so they are on the edge of the table, and we're thinking that because they couldn't go back 2 inches, they lost 2 men. So we're working on that. We're working on that sort of principle. It's the same as if they can't retreat back through a unit. The guards have formed a flank. On the side of the line. That's what I've said. No, the guards have formed a flank. They haven't retreated. They formed a flank. And the line failed. And the line failed to fire, which was a nuisance. Unit here fired. I don't think they did very much to you, did they? No, they didn't do anything on there. And the cannon was out of range, and there's no targets. So the infantry units over here, this one advanced up. They've still got to fire yet, and we're in turn 7. And the 2 units, this one here, the one with the colours, failed to activate, and this unit has pushed up onto the left. And we'll see what we can do. So it's now turn 8. Is this the last turn?
We rolled, didn't we?
Do you reckon last turn?
This is the last turn.
Last turn.
I've just found what it says about that.
For what? Oh right, what happens?
If within contactable distance of any table edge, the retreating unit will move to it. If any model from the unit moves off the table as a result of a retreat, remove the entire unit and count it as routed.
Oh, it's routed then.
Yeah.
We'll remove that, and then we'll work out
Now we found it.
what happens with it.
Oh no, they rallied.
Right, John went to rally the Zouaves and rolled double 6. Tisk. And then he rolled a 6. Was it a 6? No.
No, it's
What was it? A 3. A 3, and what it gives is a unit pops up somewhere and shoots a unit of his choice. So he decided to take a pop at the rifles and managed to kill 2. So then I rolled my dice. Can you see what's coming? A 3, which means they get 2 disorders and they rout. So now we're going to have to look at
because they already had one
because they had one down because they went permanent disorder when they went to 2. So we've now got to test for a rout for everything within 12 inches of them, but we've also got to look at, have I now hit 50% of my army, which yes, I have, because I've only got 2 units left, and the 2 units on the table add up to 11.
Right, so basically, as you've got to take a morale check for 2 things, again, you only take once.
Right.
An extra -1 on whatever you
-1 on all the dices. Okie doke.
-1 on that unit.
Let's see what happens. The guards are still maintaining their stoicism and lost another man, but passed their leadership test, and I didn't even lose my general or the commander, so that was good. There was a failure of the Union on this side to cause any other casualties on them. They are obviously just too scary. Lost a man in the line unit, but they passed their test, which was okay. And yeah, over here, other than the loss of the light troops, the skirmishers, we got off quite lucky, which was a bonus. So let's move into turn 8 for the Confederates and the British.
No, I've lost 2 units.
Lost a casualty, rolled double 1. No, I was going to activate the line unit, rolled double 1, and then rolled a 6. Brown trousers again for the officer, so he's going to lose another honour.
And you've gained 2 honours so far.
And I've gained 2 honour so far, so things are not looking good because I've lost 2 honour. Got 2 honour, lost 2 honour. So we'll see what we can do next. So end of turn 8 for the Confederates and British, and nothing really done over on this side. The units are just standing there, waving their flags in the wind. Over here, not much done by the Confederate unit on the unit behind the fence. We tried our best over here. Tried our best. 3 units. 1 man left. John was very good with his leadership rolls until the last one, but they still rolled high enough for the Zouaves just to go back and take an extra dice, an extra disorder. So yeah, so I think running out, how many, you've killed 3 of my units now, haven't you?
How many we've totally destroyed?
3 totally destroyed.
So we get 3 honour.
So you get 3 honour. And I've killed 2, so I get 2 honour, but I've got double brown trousers, so that minuses 2 off, so you win by 3.
Well, yeah, we get 3 honour.
So what happens to my officer?
Roll away.
How many dice have I got to roll? 2 dice.
2d6.
2d6. Let's see what happens to the Confederate officer. 5.
He's been captured while hiding in some honour-draining manner.
What? Honour-draining manner? More honour gone?
Or a dung heap, pretending to be a pregnant woman, or perhaps dressed as a southern lady. The officer is so afraid that he blabbed all the battle plans he knew right away to the enemy, gaining tactical value -1. Must be ransomed back, costing 5 honour.
We're not going to ransom him back.
Whether you want him or not.
We're not going to ransom him back. So there we go. That's yeah, a win to the Union. Just. And
but it's all about the honour.
And too many brown trousers for the
British officer.
For the British officer. Yeah, Fergus McDuffie. He needs a severe talking to. Yeah, not living up to the guards' roll of honour there. So there we go. So very close to a possible win for me. but in the end it didn't turn out that way. So here's a picture of my army, fully painted now and based up. So I think it looks rather nice in the red and white. So yeah, looking forward to using it again. Scenario, yeah, it was to try and to get the many honour points by killing units. So I nearly killed that Zouave unit at the end, and that would have given me 3 points. And if John hadn't had that double 6 come up and him get that unit that pops up and shoots from anywhere to a unit and didn't take out my rifles, I could have been 3-2 up, with the exception of the double ones that I rolled. And with that, you roll on the table, and I've got rolled brown trousers twice, and that minuses 1 off your honour. So it was a double one, so that took me down to 0. So 3-0 to the Union. So never mind, it was a good game and fun, and the little twists and turns throw in very nicely, I think, with that. So my commander now will be forever known as Fergus Bruntrews Macduff. Yep, lovingly known by his troops as Bruntrews. For those who are not quite sure, it's a sort of Scottish pronunciation of brown trousers. Trousers in Scots can be called trews, and sort of the Scottish accent goes from brown to brune. That's what I think anyway, so I'll go with that. So Bruntrews for Macduff. So yeah, a good fun game. Couple of things I thought about in this one. We probably didn't get the skirmishers right. Skirmishers, I think when they stand still, you roll 12 dice. If they move and skirmish, you only roll 6. So that was one of the things. We rolled 6 all the time. So I think that's a little bit of a problem. So we'll work that one out. I'm not sure about the activation of both. When you play in a singles game, it's okay because it goes from one to the other, one to the other. When you're playing 2 players aside, or 2 commands aside, getting 2 commands to activate together can be a little bit over the top. I'm going to have to speak to John and Steve about this, because in the centre units, they can concentrate on one of the commands where they join, and that's a little bit too powerful, I think, for a game of 2 aside. Particularly for the people who go first. But we'll have a chat with that and see what we think. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I think next up probably be a bolt action video. Oh, and the results of the little giveaway of the salute stuff. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. It was good fun. It is a nice narrative type game, Rebels and Patriots. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. 6 points for my skirmishers. I could have had 2 units of green. Interesting. I'll have to think about that anyway. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if you're feeling kind, lob me a coffee. So till next time, take care. Bye.